The Emperor's New Clothes. The Emperor is played by Hug. The Crooked Tailor is played by Al. The Knight is played by Harry the Bunny. And the children are played by Cuckoo and Gaga. Once upon a time, there was an emperor who cared only about what people thought of him and how he looked. He didn't care about being a good man or a wise king. One day, a crooked tailor came to the castle and told the emperor about a special new fabric he had invented. "This fabric is so special," said the tailor, "that only smart people like you can see it." The crooked tailor then pretended to take out something from his bag and raised his hands as if he was holding something proudly. "Isn't this shirt beautiful?" the crooked tailor asked. The emperor couldn't see any shirt at all, but didn't want the tailor to think he wasn't smart, so he pretended that he could see it. "As the smartest emperor in the world, I pronounce this the most beautiful fabric I've ever seen." The emperor gave the crooked tailor a big box of gold and told him to make a whole new wardrobe of clothes using this special fabric. The tailor took the gold and got to work pretending to make the emperor new clothes. Every day, the emperor would look in on the tailor and see him sitting at his loom, hard at work making invisible clothes. The emperor then called his most important knight to his chamber. "Everyone knows I'm the smartest emperor in the world," he said. "So obviously I can see these clothes. But can you?" he asked. The knight looked hard at the crooked tailor's hands, but couldn't see any clothes at all. Not wanting the king to think he wasn't smart, the knight lied and said, "As the smartest knight in the world, I think these are the most beautiful clothes I've ever seen." The king wanted everyone to see how smart he was, so he made a royal proclamation. "I shall hold a parade through the kingdom for all of you to see my special new clothes." The parade day has come. By now, everyone knew that only smart people could supposedly see the clothes. So nobody wanted other people to think they weren't smart, and therefore they pretended to see that the king was wearing beautiful clothes, even though he was just in his underpants. As most of the crowd cheered for the emperor and his clothes, a shout was heard. "The emperor has no clothes!" It was a child who clearly saw the emperor wasn't wearing anything but his underpants. The child shouted again, "The emperor has no clothes!" There was a hush in the crowd, and everyone looked at the boy. They didn't know what to do. Another child stood up and said, "Yeah, the emperor has no clothes!" Then another child said it. And another. And then some adults joined them. Soon, everyone was shouting that the emperor wasn't wearing any clothes. The emperor tried to convince the people that they were wrong, but it was too late. Everyone had learned the truth. He wasn't wearing any clothes, only his underwear. So he covered himself with his hands and ran away in embarrassment. That day, the whole kingdom learned an important lesson from that little boy. And that lesson is that while it's important to listen to others, you should trust your own opinion and speak up when you know something or someone is doing something wrong.